Like all women, immigrant women are at high risk for domestic violence, but they also face additional challenges in a country that is unfamiliar to them. To survive domestic violence, immigrant women must navigate language barriers, cultural differences, and social isolation. They also often lack financial resources due to their inability to pursue legal employment. Although U.S. law provides specific protections for immigrant women who are victims of domestic violence, they often mistakenly believe they have no control of their rights and no way to obtain legal status independently. 5 courageous women have agreed to share their stories in order to assist immigrant women and their advocates in navigating the road to independence. They describe the unique hurdles immigrant survivors of domestic violence face in escaping abusive circumstances, accessing social and legal services, and obtaining legal immigration status.
And everything was very nice, and I didn't know later on I could have the life like a nightmare. He just lied to me, and he just forced me to get money from my parents. He was very controlling. I couldn't use even internet. I couldn't write emails because he had to check everything. He told me he should know all passwords I have for my emails and who do I talk to. And I was scared because he always said he will kick us out of this country, me and my family. This police officer told me, if you want to be alive, go to get the protection order. If you will go back to the house, one day you may lose your life.
Immigrant victims of domestic violence face serious danger from abusive partners that requires effective safety planning. A safety plan helps clients to remain safe while in the home, to file protective orders as necessary, and to be ready for an unplanned departure. In addition to preparing personal items, clients should be encouraged to gather and secure important identification documents and evidence of abuse.
I would advise to that woman, first thing, call police. If they are scared to call police, they should call to hotline. There are a lot of emergency numbers from Women Against Abuse or Lutheran Settlement House. They providing a lot of services.
So bad, you know. I go breeding, I come back, he stay home. If I come in, he take the money. If I don't want to give the money, he hate me. I don't want to stay together to him, but I don't have choice. I don't know where to go. I cannot pay rent.
The husband will take their money and not allow them to be able to keep that for themselves. So there really are significant issues and concerns that if they were to leave this husband, that they would really be at a loss with being able to provide for their children and for themselves.
When he's hit me, the people who's here ice cream and they call police coming. But before the police coming, he's take the money and he's take the paper, his paper, everything he's needed, he's take it, he's go. And the police come in, meet me to the hospital. And they check my baby, and the doctor say, my baby gonna come in, born early.
The first time I met Aisha was at Children's Hospital in the newborn intensive care unit 6 years ago. And at that time, her son was born prematurely, 25 weeks 40 weeks is a normal gestation. So he was very, very ill, was at life and death for months when he first came to the hospital, and was actually inpatient for 11 months.
It's cold outside, very cold, snow, and I don't have jacket, I don't have socks, and I don't have money for take the bus for go hospital, and I'm hungry. The children hungry, no food.
Aisha and I worked very hard and a long time together in trying to get community supports for her and for her family, supports that she desperately needed. Once I realized that she didn't even have bus money to be able to get to the hospital, and she was coming in the winter, in the cold, we were able to then provide her with tokens, provide her with financial support, went to the Department of Public Welfare so that her children ended up getting insurance, made it possible for her to get food stamps and to be able to feed her family.
When Deborah sent me to the family support people, they come into the lady come in my house, she's taking me to go to the welfare. If we go over there, it's trouble too, because they keep saying no. They cannot help me because I don't have ID, I'm not legal here.
When I arrived, he was completely different. I stay whole day with no phone. I see in windows, everything is different for me. You know, I don't know anything. Like, I don't know any street, I have to go and come back. My brother asked him, why you hit her? Why you hit her? Because that's why you don't have a phone, because she don't want to call, she can't call the police, or she can't call anybody to help her. You're not allowed, whatever happened. If you don't want her, just leave her. He said, no, she's my wife and she's gonna stay here. If you take her with you, I'm gonna call the immigration.
More often than not, when you're working in immigrant communities, you have mixed families, mixed status families. And so you might have the victim of domestic violence being a citizen, but the sister or another family member who's living in that same household isn't. And they'll be reluctant to call the police or engage with law enforcement and seek help.
So after, I think, 2 months or 3 months, I find the immigration sent me deportation form.
I explained to them everything, and they helped me for have work authorization card, and I go find a job. Now I have job. When I have my ID, I have job. I start working for help my children.
And the apartment again, and I been to the school to do like assistant nurse, just for working, and I put my daughter in daycare. And I buy car. I do everything I want now. So I enjoy my time, actually. I forget everything. I try to forget. You see, I talk, I am not crying, so I'm done, I'm good.
I met someone who helped me, who advised me, Lutheran Settlement House. So I started going for counseling. It really helped, that made me stronger, and they helped me to recognize when someone is abusive.